Good morning, my son. Yes, I am going to continue the amazing journey of Alexander the Great and his predecessors. What? Still Alexander won't appear. Yes, still we need a bit more time for him to come up onto his stage. After death of Epaminondas, ancient Greek world again go into mess. However, one city-state was increasing its power. It was not Sparta, not Athens, also not Thebe. It was Macedon. Actually, Macedon was far from central part of Greek. And, those days, people in Greek thought, Macedon is the place of barbarian. Indeed, they are far from central Greek, by geographical point of view, but also, far from civilization, culture, lifestyle, rational life. Also, Macedon was not strong country. At that age one of Macedon prince was in Thebe, as a hostage. He was young Philippus II. He was born in Macedon as third prince of Amyntas III, the king of Macedon, on 382 BC, and when he was very young, he was sent to Thebe as hostage. But it seems he enjoyed comparatively free life. And he was staying in the home of aristocracy. It seems he had chances to meet Epaminondas and Pelopidas. It gave great opportunities for him to learn from Epaminondas and Pelopidas. Maybe Epaminondas and Pelopidas take care him very much. And he studied many things from them. Locks phalanx, echelon formation, strategic mind, tactics, situation, relationship of each city-states, and also, talent to be game changer. My son, I must tell you, I believe, Epaminondas and Pelopidas did not teach. But Philippus II steal from them, learnt from them. This is also great talent to be a leader. When he was 23 to 24 years old, he backed to Macedon to support his nephew, and that moment, this nephew was just small child. Therefore, in the event, Philippus II access to throne, because practically, he needs to go out for battle as a leader of Macedon. That moment, still each city-states were fighting each other. He was energetic, for many innovations changes in Macedon. He restructured Macedon, in short period. First, he settled internal, and external problem. Some of his relatives aim for his title, and also nearby city-states time to time attack Macedon, he had to face to settlement of these. He was quite smart to go with different ways, I mean, he used different methods occasionally. Sometimes, he hit his enemy by force, but sometimes, he knows, he has to compromise, and deal with peace. So he himself, very capable, and balanced. Second, land reform for stable income. By this, the life level of people in Macedon improved, and therefore, he could ask surplus people to join his military. After people obtain stable life, there will be some space for human resources. Then, he picked up these young people, and put into his military. Third, training up his army. He produces professional military in his country. It was not really very rare case. Like Spartan army, sacred band of Thebe were already there. However, also, it was not really common at that moment in the Greek world. Training as well. He had particular target on his army. In short, marching speed. In general, marching speed was 10 miles per day, and he made it 15 miles per day, 1.5 times. This was very fast. Because they were composite unit, cavalry, phalanx, hoplite, cargo, engineer. All these military division have to go with same speed. So, Philippus II integrated marching speed of all of them. Also, in ancient Greek, one soldier has few helpers to support them. Helper brings all stuff, heavy weapons, food, etc. For example, Spartan soldier has 4 to 7 helpers for only one Spartan soldier. Spartan soldier must only conduct battle. Also, very funny thing that, it was very common for the old Greek world, they decide anything by fortune telling. So, even they will start battle or not, they should ask fortune teller beforehand. Therefore, they should bring some tools, living sacrifice, hens, sheep, snake for fortune telling. Of course, these are brought by porters, but anyway, it takes time to move from place to place. However, Philippus II changed this tradition. One helper, for 10 soldiers. So, drastically improve marching speed. But, stuff, weapons, food for 30 days, water, all these, soldiers have to carry by themselves. Meanwhile, they minimized stuff. Regarding fortune telling, Alexander the Great also did not concern these religious events. For example, fortune teller use hens, if they can open battle or not. If hens eat bait, they can open battle. Alexander didn't feed hens few days, and asked fortune teller to do fortune telling. Of course, hens immediately rushed to eat. Then, he voiced out, God is asking us to open battle now. In ancient world, still God was staying close by with them. Back to training. First, just walk surroundings of their places, 10 to 15 miles every day. Then later, after get used to do so, walk with heavy stuff. And also, in order to accelerate their speed, Philippus II created military engineer. Because there were no plain road unlike now. There were many obstacles on their path. Military engineer went there first, and remove all these obstacles. Remove debris, stone, cut tree, branches. Even sometimes produce small bridge, to a cross over the river ahead. It helps the further campaign of Alexander the Great. All these, just 100 years later, copied by Roma, after Alexander the Great gone. And, people forgot, indeed, these details were made by Alexander. Fourth, he confirmed to use long spear, Syriza, to be unique and strong weapon. Ordinary spear was 10 feet. But, he extended it, up to 20 feet, namely, double length. You can see, marching speed, 1.5 times size of weapon, double. I believe, it may come from the idea of Epaminondas as well. You should not forget, Epaminondas was philosopher. In philosophy, all objects line up come along with mathematical order. I mean, order, and mythos. Harmony, and balance. Epaminondas created 4 times lines of phalanx. And Philippus II tried to tune up it, as much as he can. And, their geography also helps Macedon. Actually, their mother country was located in very large green field. You can see coins of them. That moment, coin was not so really common in the market. But many coins of them show sculpture, marking of horses. This is telling that the horse is quite close with them. So, comparatively, easy for them to ride on horse. Although they did not have the idea of stirrup yet. Just hold horse by strong force of both legs. Because, they are quite familiar with horses. Their skill of horse riding also excellent, rather than the other city-states. Alexander the Great fully utilized this cavalry in his expedition. It called, Hetairoi, meaning is, friend of king. 5th. He discovered mine of gold nearby his territory, and produced gold coin. It helped his finance, and spent some of these coins for gift to entertain other city-states. Of course, senior level of them to create amicable relationship with them. You can see, he was quite sociable. He brushed up this talent, during his hostage period in Thebes. Upon his remaining bust sculpture, he was handsome guy in that era. And, attractive, at least when, he was young. 6th. Enhance free market to develop economy of Macedon. Welcome for immigration, and increase population of Macedon. Then, of course, it affected for culture, lifestyle, life level of Macedon. Positive, and constructive. Aggressive, and realistic. Maybe some of characteristic of Alexander the Great come from this DNA. 7th. Philippus II produced secret agency in his army. It mainly carried out intelligence activities, espionage for other city-states. This idea also fully utilized by Alexander later. Anyway, after these busy 20 years, Macedon increased their powers in among city-states. Thebes and Athens started to feel imminent danger of Macedon. So, they finally decided to hit Macedon on the battlefield. This is famous battle, the Battle of Chaeronea. Why famous? Because this is debut battle of Alexander the Great. Because he born in 20th of July, 356 BC, he was just 18 years old at that moment. Although Philippus II conducted all the battle as supreme commander, I have to say that the hero, game changer of this battle was Alexander the Great. But skeleton of the game plan has been designed by Philippus II. On 338 BC, they met in the battlefield of Chaeronea. Thebes and Athens alliance are 35,000 feet, and Philippus II held 22,000 feet. Apparently, Philippus II was in disadvantage, in terms of numbers of soldiers. However, already Macedon phalanx was excellent, rather than them. Splendid soldiers, twice longer sarissa, and strong cavalry. Especially, their left wing, most important part of troop line. Alexander was there. Actually, it is first battle of Alexander the Great. And, I think Philippus made very big determination to allocate him in there. However, Alexander the Great was, really great. He did extreme good job, achieved his mission in his first battle in his life. Philippus II intentionally allocated troop line like this. It is echelon formation, invented by Epaminondas, Thebe. Of course, Thebe should know this formation. But, it was foxy trap of King Philippus II. The battle started, and Athens' general shout to his soldiers, "I do not allow you to stop, until kick them go home." First, Macedon approached from right wing. And, Philippus asked light infantry to disturb their left wing. It is, to reduce driving force of them. And, after a moment, that right line pretended, they have damage, and start to move back. Actually, light infantry just disturbed them, not strong force to hit on the right wing. But they pretend, oh my god, and move back. Their left wing of enemy thought, we are strong, they are weak. And, push them, more and more, means go forward for their trap. Yes, this was, the trap of Philippus II. He was exactly, successor of Epaminondas, as game changer, DNA. Remember, they created echelon formation. So, at moment, left wing of Macedon did not meet their right wing. They have time lag. Then, when left wing met their right wing, give strong pressure. What will happen? Yes, cracking, between their left and right. The field of Chaeronea had enough space, and during Philippus' second light line was waving their left line, Alexander's left line gave hard attack on their right wing. And, exactly that moment, Alexander did not lose this big chance. We are watching battle by bird eyes, but, he was watching battle by horizontal view. Like, you are watching football game, from top of stadium, but players are playing game, on the flat field. Anyway, Alexander picked up this narrow opportunity, and Alexander rushed to break into this cracking, with only few cavalries. And, he himself, just kill their soldiers, and destroy their line. In his life, all the time, he was front line, he himself, disregarding any danger, and broke into the battle, as a game changer. Also, Philippus II turned to their enemy, and hit their left wing. Over, the game over. In this battle, Sacred Band, strongest troop of Thebe also collapsed. As I told you before, they consist of 300 number of soldiers, with 150 couple, 254 dead out of this 300 in this battle. Philippus II cried to see their dead bodies in the battlefield. Maybe he knows them, thorough his hostage period, and heard from Pelopidas about them. Yes, tactics of Philippus II was ideal. But, without his strong left wing, his plan was not feasible. That to say, without Alexander, he was not sure to carry out his battle plan, or not. Of course, Philippus II to train up them. it is first battle of Alexandria. The daddy asked 18 years boy to be such an important position. And the son, full marks, perfect performance to achieve what he was being expected to do. So, I think family, daddy, and son was one of amazing case in the world history. Anyway, the war was over, and Macedon confirmed their hegemony in all over the ancient Greek world, from this moment onward. But, clouds always follow sunshine. Not clouds, but big thunderstorm hit Macedon, just few years later of this battle. Philippus II was killed. I will give you further story of them, in next chapter.